What is going on, Reborn Knights? Today, I would like to do a 15-second moment of silence tribute for all those who lost their lives 15 years ago today. What is going on, Reborn Knights? Today, it's just a really somber type of video. Please bear with me. I will be giving you guys my experience of what had happened 15 years ago and what I was doing in the middle of everything like that. I know for most of our subscribers, I know you guys are very, very young and you guys probably never experienced this, or you guys were born after, 2001 and so on. For those who are a little bit older, like myself, it's a very somber filled day. It is extremely, it's definitely a day that nobody will ever forget. And yeah, I will let you guys know what I went through, what I was doing at that time. Um, Ironically enough, tomorrow's classrooms, on Monday, classrooms, September 12th, will be the first time in U.S. history that freshmen are going to be learning about September 11th, 2001 as a history lesson, which is extremely mind boggling to me right now. The reason why I say that is because 15 years ago today, I was in high school. I was a junior in high school, and I just got to school. It was first period art. It was 3D art. We were making baskets out of yarn, and we were listening to a radio station. And we're about an hour behind from New York, so obviously, when this was going on, it was extremely early in the morning. I believe I just haven't gotten to school yet, or I was en route to go to school. But once we settled down in the class, teacher turned on the radio. We started listening to Mankind in the mornings. For those who are in the Chicagoland area, knows exactly who I'm talking about. For those who do not know who he is, if you guys ever heard of Howard Stern, he's kind of like them. So it was kind of almost like a satire type of radio station, radio host. But he was extremely somber for some odd reason. He was extremely down, and we found it extremely weird because he's always joking around. He's always doing something nutty or anything like that. And he was all serious on this day, and we couldn't figure out why. And so we stopped what we're doing, turned up the radio, and heard what was going on. And I would never ever forget the first experience that I got that ran through my body was like, oh my goodness, this has got to be a joke. Like I was completely in shock. I couldn't believe it. And our class was cut short just a little bit so we could go on to our next class. And ironically enough, my second period class was history. So I went to my history class, sat down right away, and everybody was talking about it. Everybody around my classroom, around the school, was talking about what was going on. That's all I could hear going down the hallway was, "You heard what's going on? You heard what's going on in New York?" I'm standing there, kind of, speechless, a little dumbfounded. I didn't know what to say. And finally, my teacher comes in and lets us know what's going on in the news, that the World Trade Centers in New York were attacked today. And I stood there in shock, and I just honestly I couldn't believe it. I was beside myself, to be honest with you. I was really honestly beside myself. And it really didn't hit home until my teacher said, you know, 10, 20, 40 years from now, today will be marked down as a day in history. Just remember this day and what you felt on this day. It really honestly didn't hit home until, like he said, many years after. And now we're 15 years after 2001 September 11th attacks. And on that day after school, I got home My folks went to go look for a TV and a DVD player. Obviously, they weren't really paying attention to the news or anything like that. I was home alone with my brother. I just remember flipping through the channels on the TV because I'm just like, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, and I seen it. I seen the replays. I seen everything that was going on. I seen um, I seen when the towers fell, and at that moment of time, there was such a surge of panic, such a surge of fear, just running through my body that I couldn't. I was stunned and I was scared, and I honestly did not know what was going on. I did not know that if Chicago was on the target list. I did not know that, you know, it was hijackers or anything like that. I did not know until what the news filled me in with, and I honestly did not know if there was going to be more attacks coming on. I was scared. I was literally scared. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe anything that I was seeing because I was in a state of shock. And when after watching the towers fall and everything like that, and my heart sank to the ground, and I was just so sad about everything. And when it really hit me was that, after seeing the second tower fall, I was like, oh my god, there's people in those buildings. There was people in those airplanes. There's people on the ground. Oh my goodness, what is going on? And I couldn't believe the massive amount of life that was just lost right in front of me, right in my eyes, and I couldn't believe it, and I just honestly could not comprehend what anybody else that was actually there feeling as well, and like I said, sadness just completely overtook my whole being, and I was extremely sad. And the weirdest part of that day to me was when I had to go to the baseball. I forget if it was a baseball game or a baseball practice. Well, regardless of the fact, I went to the field and I had my gear ready. I was setting up, I was stretching and everything like that. And the most oddest and weirdest feeling was not hearing a single airplane in the sky, not seeing a single airplane in the sky. It was a clear day, and I'm so used to having planes over my head at all times, and not seeing one really made it surreal. Not hearing one made it extremely surreal. And I'm just talking to my teammates, and I'm just like, wow, I honestly cannot believe that we're not hearing a single airplane in the sky at all. It is the weird. That's probably the weirdest and the biggest moment that stood out to me, other than obviously the whole attacks. But not hearing a single plane, not seeing a single plane, that made everything so surreal, and it just that scared me. That honestly scared me. And because of these attacks and because of the hijackings and everything like that, obviously all the security bumped up, and it wasn't like that before. You could go to the airport in and out pretty quickly, not having to go through metal detectors and screenings and this and that. It used to be going by quick, and now that completely changed, obviously. And again, for those who are younger, who are never experienced this before, that's something that changes with time. And honestly, like, it was really hard to get used to it. And you can ask your parents, it's still really hard to get used to it. It's just a very it's a terrible day in U.S. history. It really honestly is. And because of this day, my cousin felt the need to sign up for the military right out of high school. And I'm sure plenty other people that signed up for the military felt the same way, signed up because of 9/11. And you know God bless them all. God bless them all, because honestly, you just don't know what's going on anymore. And on this day, I was completely blindsided, and reality hit that United States is not that secure. I guess if people could hijack a plane and then attack it to the one of the tallest buildings in the world, they could do pretty much anything. And today was Today was extremely hard to do this video, guys. It really is, because all the emotions, all the feelings that I had and everything like that just came right back to me as I'm making this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. um, if you guys did, go ahead and leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. But I want to thank you guys so much for sticking through this video, watching it, and listening to my experience of what had happened 15 years ago today. And again, please remember all those lives that were lost on 9/11. Thank you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.